Well. We got a very interesting comment from our neighborhood detective, the man that constantly exposes me and just lives for my reaction videos. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. I have a very crazy, dedicated hater, okay? When I post a video, this guy is commenting within 5 seconds. It's actually kind of terrifying, and I'm actually a little concerned about my safety. I'm just kidding. Kid Fresh is probably a little weak bussy.
Oh, God, yeah. Strongman's a bad guy.
Anyway, this Kid Freshy guy, he's a massive hater of Strongman Personal Finance. And it seems like he focuses more on me than real grifters like Jeremy Lefebvre and all the other clowns that are out there. But instead, he focuses his attention on hating the index fund guy. This is an actual picture of Kid Freshy, the detective. Now, he posted this interesting comment. I put a video out there, I'm sure I was advertising something. My stock picking course, even though I just teach you the financial statement, whatever. But he left this comment here. At Skamail, he, referring to me, doesn't show his portfolio. Let me pull up my little laser pointer so you clowns can actually see this better. He doesn't show his portfolio, but he's repeatedly claimed he has 95% VT and 5% BABA. But that has proven false when I exposed that he secretly bought Tattooed Chef and ARK and Tesla and gambled using options and hid it from all of his followers. Okay, Kid Freshy. Once again, I don't know how many videos I have to make. You're just going to ignore this video. I get it, okay? Because that's how the internet works. You can expose the truth 1,000 times, and people still won't believe you. They will still believe the clowns that spit lies out of their mouths. But Kid Freshy, since I'm such a generous man and I know it would destroy your mental health if I blocked you, I allow you graciously to comment on my channel. You should be on your knees thanking me. You probably already have a shrine to me, you freak. Now let's go ahead and review my portfolio, because apparently I'm not 95% VT. Now, of course, this is where Kid Freshy is going to get me, okay? Inside my civilian savings, my civilian retirement plan, because I had, I worked for NASA.
Oh, the NASA diversity. Oh, my God. Did you attend your diversity seminar there? Good employee.
I used to work at NASA, okay, and I had what was called the Thrift Savings Plan, which is the 401k for the government. And for the time I was there, I was able to contribute, a decent amount to my 401k. And right before I quit, I actually maxed it out, except for I think a couple $100 the year that I quit and went into public accounting. But this is my thrift savings plan, okay? Inside of this, you only have certain investment options. I put all my money in a life cycle fund. It is basically a collection of index funds slapped together that approximates, it isn't exactly VT because you can't invest in China and Russia inside of your retirement accounts in the government. But it's very, very close to VT. It's basically, a certain percentage US, and then, a little bit Europe, and then, some Asian countries that we actually can invest in. But a life cycle fund is basically as VT as you can get, assuming you have a life cycle fund that's mostly in stocks. I buy the later life cycle funds. I'm not saying you should. I buy life cycle funds that are well in the future, that mature well in the future. I think it's like the 2065 fund or something like that, because I'm still 100% stocks. Anyway, this approximates VT as closely as you can. But Kid Freshy, the detective here,
see, that's not actually VT because, first of all, it's not an ETF.
It's not. It's a mutual fund or index fund. And number two, it doesn't have China in it. Okay. But here it is. Okay, Kid Freshy. Let's start doing the math. So there's 40 grand here, market fluctuations, whatever. Hopefully we get a bull market, and then I'll be rich. Let's move on. Here is my military thrift savings plan. I was in the Army, and I put a lot of money into my thrift savings plan. Now, in the federal government, you work for the Army, you have a thrift savings plan, uniformed services, you can see that up here, and then you have, going back up, the civilian one. So somehow they keep it separate, okay? But when I was in the Army, I was contributing regularly to this account. And as you can see, it's a life cycle fund, an index fund, basically, as close to VT as you can get, and it's 100% of my portfolio, okay? So we got 124 here, and we got 40 here, okay? You do the math on that, Kid Freshy. Just,
he's probably sitting there, he said 5% Baba, but it's actually 4.675% Baba. Oh, he lied. See, see. Oh, I exposed him. Oh, that's who chef.
Next, we move on to my Vanguard account. Okay, this is my Vanguard taxable account. I've got a federal money market fund. I put 16 grand in there. I just parked some savings in there. You know, I can strike if I need to, but I put a decent amount of my savings inside this money market fund. I'm not saying you should, but that's what I did, okay? I've got a decent amount in the Vanguard Target Retirement 2060 fund. I bought that a long time ago. I actually sold some of that so I could max out my Roth 401k. Which, by the way, Kid Fresh, you said I didn't have a solo Roth 401k, but I actually did. So you can see there's 16 here. I got almost 60,000 here, and I've been contributing to VT Wax. You know what this is, Kid Freshie? This is the mutual fund version of VT. This is see that total world. So this is cash, okay? It's not VT. I guess you got me there. I got my money in a money market fund, a cash equivalent. I've got a target retirement fund. It's basically VT with some bonds thrown in, but it's not exactly VT. And this is the VT, but the mutual fund, okay? So it all adds up to 104. Now, here's another one. Christopher Allen Bell.
This isn't yours. No, you got this from the internet. You're lying. This isn't your account, strongman.
Individual Roth 401k. You little loser. You said I didn't have a 401k. You said I was such a loser that I couldn't get a 401k at work. Well, number one, I still have a 401k through the reserves, Kid Freshie. And number two, because I have a side hustle, I have a business, strongman personal finance, I was able to contribute to my individual Roth 401k. Oh, look at that. I actually put in 10,000 before the end of the year. Okay, Kid Freshie. You know, you said I didn't have one, but I don't know. Oh, and what did I put it in? Oh, the total world stock index. Obviously, I'm a fraud and a liar, and I have most of my money in individual stocks. Tattooed Chef, actually, okay? Next, we have my Fidelity account. Okay, we have me and my lovely spouses. I have a little bit of random mix. It's just random index funds in here. VT and VT in my Roth IRA. And then my wife is 100% VT. 100% VT. Okay, look at that. 50, 32, VT, VT. If you want me to do an individual breakdown of all these freaking accounts, I can do that as well, okay? But even if this was all individual stocks, which is not, especially in my 401k, never. Do you really think that I'm a liar at this point, Kid Freshie? Do you really think? Okay. So after all that, then we get down to my individual stocks. I got $9,300 in my Robinhood account. Okay. And I got 68 shares of Baba in there. What more do you want? So, okay. How can you sit there and claim that I'm a liar when I clearly show you all of my different accounts? This is you, Kid Freshie. You're a joke. Okay? You're a clown.
He's repeatedly claimed he has 95% VT and 5% Baba, but it has been proven false.
Yep. I mean, technically, this is not VT. It's a life cycle fund, 100%. This is a life cycle fund too, but it's not exactly VT. You're right. This isn't VT. This is cash. This isn't VT because technically it's got some bonds and it's not VT. And really, I mean, even though this is the mutual fund version of VT, it's really not VT because it's, the mutual fund version. Oh, and I got more VT wax here. That's not VT though, right? I do have all my VT is here in Fidelity, okay? But Kid Freshie, you've obviously once again been proven to be an absolute clown. What more is it going to take to convince you that you're full of crap? You need to move on, okay? Go make fun of someone else. I know you're mad. You're so mad. Anyway, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll do this again whenever you want, Kid Fresh. You just let me know, and I'll prove you to be a clown that you are. Have a wonderful day. Cheers.